What's up YouTube? This is Jay Panther back on video, and today's video is actually my thoughts on why I feel like Black Widow and Wonder Woman 1984 might flop. I'm about to get into it right now. This video is going to be pretty long, but I feel like this is very important. This is very, very necessary. And also I feel like I have to kind of talk to you guys about this because I feel like very, very important, especially when it comes to Hollywood and movies, cinema going forward and stuff like that. I am a movie-based channel as well, so I feel like it's important to give my thoughts and my reasonings why I feel like Black Widow, Wonder Woman 1984 might flop if they come out this year, right? So let's just get into like you know me, I'm going to be authentic, I'm going to be real, I'm not going to BS you at all. I don't know about all these other people, but I'm going to keep it 100, right? If you look at the numbers for like Tenet, Mulan, New Mutants, they don't look good. I did a whole video talking about it. You guys can look at my old video. Again, you guys can check it out, whatever. But the movie's not doing that well. It shows you that with Tenet, I think they were expecting the domestic numbers not that good. 20 million, really bad. They're like, oh, all these articles like, oh, it's really, really good. No, it's bad. You know, maybe you spent freaking all this money, you're expecting it to make like freaking 800 million to at least be profitable. You feel like you're not breaking even, you're trying to make profit. You know what I mean? Freaking break even, get the hell out of here with that, right? It only made 20 million. I think they were expecting like 50, 60 million domestic. You feel me? Came way below what they expected, right? New Mutants, bomb. Financial failure. We all knew it was going to be a financial failure. It needed to make 300 million, and we made 20 million worldwide. New Mulan, right? We saw the numbers for Forbes, right? International only made 6 million. That's really freaking bad on a $300 million budget, right? Supposedly, you guys already know with China, right? They shot themselves in the foot with that, trying to pan to a communist government that doesn't give a crap about you. And I feel like Disney's gonna find out real quick. You know, pander to a country that doesn't give zero, that gives you the middle finger. You feel me? And pirate your shit. Another thing as well, they're saying that the Mulan VOD pre-order sales aren't really doing that hot. And that's just the insiders and stuff like that. Again, we'll never know because Disney's not going to release those numbers out publicly. You feel me? We're only going to know the box office numbers. You only just know the box office numbers and all the stuff like that. All the other stuff like that. But I feel like the reason why I think Black Widow and Wonder Woman will flop is because, number one, a lot of these movies that are out right now, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm not risking my life to see Tenet, New Mutants, and all these other bullshit movies. I'm just not. Like, I could wait. And the problem is, you already know how the movie theater is going to be, whatever. They don't really clean their seats like that. You feel me? People had issues with movie theaters, the cleanliness and all that before the pandemic. You feel me? Now you think in the middle of a pandemic, you think people are going to show up. And also it shows you that a lot of, you know, the movie theaters, they're not going to do well, man. Because what happens if these big budget movies don't come in and they're not drawing people in? These movies are not drawing people in. I'm like, I'm not risking my life to see Tenet. I'll wait till it comes out a couple months. I'm not wasting my life to see New Mutants. I'll wait till it comes out a couple months. Mulan is coming out in Disney Plus for free on December. So why the hell would I spend $30 to watch this shit? Now, the reason why I feel like Black Widow and Wonder Woman might flop is because right now we're in a global race war, we're in a pandemic, we're in a recession. Right now, if you guys don't know, we have the flu season coming out mixed with the coronavirus. So at the end of September, early October, that's when the second wave is supposed to hit, supposedly. Then we have the November election, right? It doesn't matter who wins the election. The cases are going to spike up like crazy because people are going to burn and riot and go all crazy. Whoever wins the election. Then you have wintertime, right? When wintertime, you have the cold, the flu, and the viruses and diseases and sicknesses are a lot stronger in the cold and the surface and stuff like that. So we're gonna have this 3-wave coronavirus back to back, or three-peat, in 3 freaking months, or at least 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is. You feel me? So I just feel like right now they know that Black Widow, Wonder Woman, if they come out, they're not going to make money like that because the hardcore movie fans might see it, but you don't realize the general public are not going to spend that kind of money, especially when they're how many people are out of job? How many people are out of work? Like 50 million people. So you got to think about it. Like, people don't have money. They're worried about toilet paper. They're worried about essentials. They're worried about how am I going to pay my bills. Wonder Woman, Black Widow is the last thing on their mind. And in my personal opinion, I'll be honest with you, right? And like Black Widow, Wonder Woman, right now, you guys ain't it right now. You feel me? Right now, we're just dealing with real life shit. We're dealing with global race war, pandemic, recession. We're dealing with all this horrible shit right now. You feel me? And if Black Widow and Wonder Woman come out, they will flop because people are too scared. They don't have the money. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know how clean the movie theaters are. And also remember, you have 25-50% capacity. And also you see all these assholes partying, and Alabama and Georgia University, Oklahoma. You have all these dumbasses partying and doing these coronavirus challenge parties and shit like that. Guess what? It's not enough of them. Guess what? All these assholes you see on TV. Guess what? Or in social media. They're not showing up to the movie theaters. Again, they have a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of free time. If they are, how come they're not showing up to the movie theaters? How come they're not showing up to the nightclubs? How come they're not showing up to the bars, the restaurants? Because they're rushing to go out and be, crazy as hell. But again, they're not showing up to these places because if they were, the money, these businesses would be doing gangbuster financial numbers right now. You feel me? I'm talking about mom and pop shop, corporations, stuff like that. These assholes will be running. But guess what? These motherfuckers are full of shit too. So we're seeing that right now, an example, because with the box office numbers, at least we have. It's not like the CNN, MSNBC, all that crap, right? The news. So you see one thing, then you take a clip and do it. No, we have financial numbers to show you that people are not showing up in the big numbers that they're expecting to make profit, and it just shows you. And if Wonder Woman and Black Widow come out, and let's be honest, they're not going to do well. And also the problem is right now, the movies, the longer they keep delaying it, the less hype they have. You feel me? And the problem is with those movies is that you need to keep those people interested to see it, to keep the hype. And the issue with Black Widow, Wonder Woman, Black Widow, we know what's going to happen. It's a filler arc movie almost, you feel me? And until we find out what happens in the post-credit scene, like maybe if the Thunderbolts post-credit scene happens and stuff like that, but that will probably get leaked on YouTube or online real quick, you feel me? But I just don't think people are going to show up like that, you feel me? Especially when Black Widow's dead, you already know her story, you feel me? And Wonder Woman's kind of the same thing as well, where Wonder Woman, it's like, it's not part of a cinematic universe, they're not building up to everything, it's a standalone movie, and the problem is this movie was coming out, what, like 2 years ago? When's Wonder Woman supposed to come out? Like 2018 or 19 or whatever it is. It was supposed to come out like a while back. And to me, it just seems like Disney and Warner Brothers are holding these movies hostage because they don't have anything in the vault. I feel like Wonder Woman and Black Widow is their big juggernauts. And if they don't do well, then a lot of shareholders and investors will be coming after their asses like hawks. You feel me? So I feel like they're holding movie hostages. They're holding these movies hostage, and they feel like they're not as confident to release their other stuff as well. That's just my personal opinion. And also the problem is with these movies is that I feel like, especially with the movie theaters and stuff like that, because these movies, Tenet and New Mutants and all that, they're not bringing, or even the Javar Butler movie, they're not bringing in money like that. They're not bringing in people like that. And I guarantee they're looking at the numbers, especially someone like Kevin Feige, he's looking at the Mulan numbers being like, oh shit, we're screwed. And the problem is they set it up. That's the problem with Marvel, even DC to a certain extent, right? They set up, they greenlit all these movies and these TV shows and stuff like that. And they're like, they had a great year, making it rain, doing whatever you want. And now you have Corona that hits. And now they spend so much money and they can't even go into production. They can't even film a lot of these stuff. Like Falcon Winter Soldier has like 10 more days of filming, and they're gonna have to reshoot almost all those scenes that they did 6-7 months ago. So it's crazy. And the problem is that they spent so much, and now they're stuck with it, and now they're stuck with these projects, and if they don't do well, it's gonna hurt them even harder financially. And the main issue with that is just I felt like Disney in Marvel got very cocky, and it just seems like after Endgame and Avengers, there's nothing. The Black Widow is not gonna make people go all crazy like it did with Avengers or Black Panther or none of that stuff. You feel me? Especially when she's dead. And also, I feel like Black Widow was never gonna make the money that it was gonna do. I thought originally before COVID, I said it was gonna make like 700, 800 million. I think it's gonna do like 400, 500 million, maybe less than that, you feel me, if they release it this year, you feel me? So I think what they're going to do, even Wonder Woman, I think they're going to delay it till next year. But I think if they delay it again next year, the movie theaters are not going to have anything new to play, and they're not going to have enough employees and people and customers, and they have to shut their businesses down and shut down their movie theaters, and they might have to file bankruptcy. You feel me? So Disney and Warner Brothers is really in a bad situation right now. You feel me? The movie theaters are in a bad situation. AMC, Regal, Cinema, all these other places, right? They're in a really, really toughy situation, and you have no idea what the hell is going to happen in the future, at least when it comes to these movies. So I just feel like if they release Black Widow, Wonder Woman this year, it's going to flop. I feel like they should delay it, because if they delay it, it's going to hurt the theaters even longer, and there's not going to be anything to draw people in, and you pretty much killed cinemas in a way, you feel me? So, and people lost their jobs and stuff like that. So again, it sucks. It is what it is. Even in my neighborhood, my area, we don't really have movie theaters like that, even though Jersey open. I know North Jersey has a lot of movie theaters open, but in my area there isn't really. My AMC's and all that, they're pretty much closed, so I can't speak for you guys in Jersey, but in my area, in Princeton, West Windsor, Plainsboro, movie theaters are pretty much closed. So at least in our region, in our county right now. So again, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think Wonder Woman and Black Widow will flop if they come out this year? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.